Rightio, welcome back. Entertain me. I'm sick of looking at cells. Let's talk about something else tonight. Actually, I haven't just been looking at cells. I've been cleaning my workshop, which has been extremely fun as well. Actually, it needed doing, so it wasn't so bad. What prompted it was I lost my lens cap for my camera. And I have no idea where it went. Here to party. Party's probably not going to be happening. I did lots of cleaning. Does that mean I was partying? I formatted the memory card in that camera, and it seemed to work a little bit better. I guess I'll have to test it over time, but for now at least it's working. Oh. And I've been looking for that charger. Good morning, Ryan. Off grid. Oh my God, you got an email telling me entertain you. What the fuck? Hey mate, how's it going? Hey John. Hey, at least it's not midnight, Bailey. Bale, B-A-L-E, Bale. Yeah, Bale. How you going, kiddo? Right. I've been looking for this charger for weeks to run that monitor. Of course, it needs a bit of a clean. Cleaning your workshop works. Good monitor, however, it is very dull. So it's only good in a dark room. Oi, oi, bloody oi, LOL. I'm doing good. Although I can smell something burning. The dust on the lamp because it hasn't been turned on. I tried to make a studio this afternoon. It didn't work too well. It worked all right, but we've even got a little extra lighting. Got everything happening. It really doesn't take the shadows out of the videos, though. It doesn't matter how much light you throw at it. I got bits of white core flute up there, and yeah, I even put the TV onto a white screen to actually create more light, less shadows. Green Energy just started a power. Love you. That is inspirational. Thank you very much for tuning in, Green. Make sure if you've got a decent amount of sales process or any sales process, head on over to the forum and add them to our little list. I can't remember what it's called. Sellathon. I just salvaged my first 50 cells to me for free in India. A huge victory in my sense. We were talking about that in the last live feed about India being the hub of all recycling. We thought you'd have the means to actually pick up heaps of cells. I guess you've got to be in the right geographic location as well, don't you? Take note, Pete. Pete is bored when it's raining. I'm just bored because I want to talk to somebody new. I'm all YouTubed out for channels, and I don't know who else to watch channels-wise. Once this video is over, go in the comment section below and put in a whole heap of videos that I can go and watch. Something to entertain me. Hello, fellow Australian. G'day, Michi. Less light, more batteries. That's possible, or more batteries and you get more light. Mohammed, hello, from Kuwait. From Kuwait. Little list. Hey, Chris, good morning, buddy. Exactly. Now you remember me. There's too much competition in India for recycled materials. That's probably a valid point. I don't think you'd be too far wrong in saying that. I didn't advertise this one, so it's probably going to be a lot less viewers. And I didn't give anybody any notice. I don't know how long I'll be here. Until you guys stop entertaining me, I guess. Yeah, I watch Fully Charged, but it's great videography. I love the way he does his videos and stuff like that, but the content doesn't always amuse me too much. Prog metal band. No, I am not a metalhead, I assure you. What amperage do you test your cells? I do it at 1 amp, and I think most of us do it at 1 amp these days. I don't know anybody that does it at 2 amp or half an amp. Half an amp's just lying to yourself. Although, actually, no. When I say half an amp might be more along the lines of what we once you get a bigger Powerwall, it might be more along the lines of what we actually draw. So maybe that's not lying to yourself, and maybe it's absolutely it's very realistic to do it at half an amp. Every man, woman, and child is crawling through the tip to find shit. Everyone watches Fully Charged. I don't religiously watch it. It's one of those channels I only watch when I'm really bored. Actually, here's some that I like. And I just need a browser that doesn't come up with anything nasty. Paul Flint. Oh, that's a good song, but we won't look at that. Project Project Binky. Bad Obsession Motorsport. Copy. Bad Obsession Motorsport is awesome. If you like minis and doing stuff, crazy stuff. Bushblock Homestead. You got to watch them from the beginning. They built a home out of a couple of shipping containers. I absolutely love that thought. However, I probably don't have the skills to complete it. Do you trust the IMAX B6 for testing batteries? Yes, but you can only do one at a time with the IMAX, and you can't. You can use magnets. Magnets work really, really well. However, one of these things work a lot better, and just put one cell in it. I find with the magnets, you do get differences, and with the good springs in these, they really hold the cell in there better, and it does work a lot better for the IMAX. But it's slow. I started with the IMAX. I did hundreds of cells with the IMAX. I was doing like 5 a day or something. I was coming out here at all hours of the night trying to get more done. Hi from Madrid Island. Wow. Welcome, Murray. Green Energy. Just wondering if you could send me a link to where you get your BMS. Okay, that is Batrium. I really better make sure I spell that right. And of course, it's not clickable unless you put HTTP. There we go. Batrium.com is where I got my BMS from, and that is that screen there. Will new videos be soon coming from my side, but they aren't like any microcontrollers. Sure, I'll spam you. Don't put it in the comment section if you've got anything for me to watch. Put it in the comment section once the video uploads, maybe tomorrow or something. That'd be really cool. Give me something to do. And it also goes towards my interaction, which makes my videos more popular, and YouTube promotes them and all that sort of crap. And every little bit helps at the moment, I kind of have to admit. If you don't mind me asking, whereabouts in Australia? But Mechi, I am in Forest Lake in Brisbane, Australia. That is fairly well known. My IMAX charger just died. I am surprised my IMAX charger hasn't died, considering this here is my IMAX charging setup. So I'm doing 4 of 8, 16, 20. I'm doing 24 cells at once in my IMAX. I'm surprised my IMAX hasn't died yet. She gets hot though, I promise you. Patrick, they have violin and clean vocals as well though. Yeah, my hearing's going in this ear, so it makes it very hard for me to enjoy music. I love my hardcore techno, dance music, something with a beat. I hate the stuff you just can't hear. It's got to be, you know. I guess I like everything, but I like DIFM. Anything on DIFM I enjoy. That's DIFM.com. He has just finished filming the next series of Red Dwarf in Australia. Oh, there you go. Blockbuster has gone to pay-per-view now, Pete. Bushblock. No, Bushblock hasn't. He said something around the thing that he got hacked or something. I was really pissed off that they went pay-per-view, but I don't know what happened there. But he's not pay-per-view anymore. I think he realised that nobody would watch. I'll have to contact him and find out what actually happened. But he did say in a video what happened lately. Whether that's true or not, I don't know. When will you share with us how the bait trim is controlling the pip? When it's working 110%. Because this is not controlling the pip is not a product that is publicly available for the Batrium unit, I guess you'd say. So the Batrium unit, what is it called? Not the expansion board. I can't even remember the name. I really should have this stuff on the tip of my tongue considering how much I play with it. It is products. Isn't that shitty that I can't remember? Bridge Connect. So it's open source software through the Bridge Connect that you can do yourself. But it basically sits in between. So the cable comes from the PIP into the Bridge Connect and then out of the Bridge Connect via USB and then into the computer. So you can still use Watchmon, but what do you call it? The Batrium, the Watchmon can actually interrupt that signal, so to speak, and make changes where necessary on the fly. But that's R&D. That's nowhere near even close being working. So disregard that entire comment. How many of you here have actually bought the Batrium unit? I know there is a fair few, and there's not too many in Australia. I should set up a place on the forum where everyone who's bought a Batrium unit can we can share what we've set up and how we've set it up, and if any of us need help, we can help each other out. That might be a good thing to do over on the forum. Pictures of your setup if you've got a nice clean setup, or all that sort of stuff. Actually, that is definitely something I will do. And maybe I'll offer, if anybody needs any help or whatever, I might be able to remotely log in via Skype and help you with any little issues you have. I can't give specific information on your setup because I don't know your setup, but I can certainly help, get stuff working or whatever. Is that something you'd like on the forum? Let me know below. You can check them at half an amp. Yes, you can check them at half amp. All right. I was parallel charging 5 cents. At 5 amps, it works great. That one does at 6 amps. That's the version 2. That does 6 amps max. So And it works well. I could probably turn it down a little bit, but I want it done quicker. I'd rather kill the unit. I want to get one of those benchtop power supplies that does like 30 amps. And then you can change the little things. Maybe that'll be next month. I have a small Li-Fi 4 solar installation. I think it's more safe. Yeah, it probably is more safe. I mean, it all depends on how you set it up and how safe you want to make it. Have you considered doing electric car conversion with part of your batteries? Donovan, no, I have. I get asked this question nearly every live feed. So for you, those who have heard the answer to the question, please ignore this. I have thought about doing an electric car. However, I've got a 4-car garage port here, and it's my workshop. So I don't actually have anywhere to work on it. I don't really have welding or engineering skills. Here in Australia, we've got laws and stuff with how strong the battery compartments have to be. So they have to. It's something like 6 and 10G from the 6 or 10G from the front and 6 or 10G from the side. And I genuinely think these battery holders, even if you put them into a mount and stuff like that, I don't think they'd handle that many Gs. I think they'd just fall apart. So that and the fact that I fuse all my cells, if you put that into a car that was moving around and bumping and whatever, the cell fuses would break. And I don't think the 18650 thing is worth doing like this. If I was going to do a car, I'd do out of the box like Tesla modules or Nissan Leaf cells or something like that. But yes, I have thought about doing it. One of the drawbacks is I'd like, and this is like the last live feed, I'd like to actually do it with like at 50 volts or 48 volts. And the reasoning behind that is then I could actually plug it DC-DC directly into my Powerwall and use the car battery as extra storage and vice versa. Like I could DC-DC direct charge the actual car. But unfortunately, 50 volts doesn't really work with a car. You need like 120 volts. I think Jayhoo's is 120 volts or 110 volts or something from memory. And a lot of electric cars are. I guess I could again with the bike subject. I guess I could split the packs up and do it separately. But I really don't know. I want to do an electric bike. Electric bike would be awesome first. Get my feet wet, so to speak, and then I can do a car at some point when maybe I'm a heck of a lot more financial. Donovan, I hope that answered that question. That was a long way around. Sorry, I'm rambling. Tell us what you like to watch so we can all suggest something. Oh God, I can't. This is G-rated. I can't do that. No, I really like anything energy related. Something. There was a micro hydro one that I really liked in Colorado or something. Anything with a build, like something that's building something over a period of time, and it makes it more like a mini series than like a daily vlog type thing. I mean, I love what Jayhoo's doing and things like that, but there's no real build and there's no real focus on what he's doing. He sort of goes between several different projects. I like one channel with one project, if that makes any sense. And there's a lot of them out there. Okay, I take my words back. Charging 5 cells together, I thought I'm doing something great. Well, you can take 5 cells, 10 cells, 20 cells, it doesn't matter. Chris Chester, you saying Pete should join the Red Dwarf team? I haven't even seen that, so I'll have to go and have a look. Red Dwarf, copy. Rightio. Red Dwarf, Season 1. I will have to Google that one. Micro hydropower. Where is that micro hydro one? Mr. Hydrohead. Here you go. Here's a channel for you. Copy. My skills are outstanding. I'm so far behind in the chat, and there's only 29 people in the room. Right, catch-up time. Catch-up time. Parallel charging, you can check them at 0.5 amp. True, you can. I have a small iPhone, so a door for a little smiley face. Okay, I take my words back. Charging great, even in question and comment. But how did you get the idea of build Powerwall? Jexkin, I got the idea of building a Powerwall basically from a few different sources. Chris, God, now I can't even remember. You're pulling. There's a couple there I posted on Facebook forum the other day with an electric car with a whole heap of battery packs made up. Them, obviously Jehu and the Powerwall thing, but I mean, by the time Jehu did his Powerwall thing, I was actually probably 6 months into my build or something like that, a few months anyway. And there was a few others around that actually had theirs online before I did. The big green one. If you go to my homepage on YouTube, down the side, there's a whole heap of links there, and they're most of the people that got me into it. But if I could say one thing, the one person that started it in my head that sort of started the whole thought process or kick-started the actual building of it was a guy in Melbourne. He just got a lithium battery bank and he was showing me through it, and he's got two pip inverters and stuff like that. And it just really kicked something in my mind and thought, I can build a Powerwall. And of course, that was a really, really bold bullshit statement because I never thought I could, and then got out of hand. So, and I never really stopped. Suggest what his character would be. My iMac gets really, really hot. Use a fan blowing it. Yes, mine gets very, very hot as well. I stand mine up a lot like that, and that works a lot better. And I think Mike Nacko did a video, and he 3D printed some fan holders on the outside and just blows cold air into them, and he reckons they work heaps better. 18650 robot. Sounds like there's a little side chat going on. Thanks for the chat. We'll check them out. Cool. Intend when I have an EV pack built. That must be yeah, because you're building an EV car. Yeah. No. You don't help on Skype. You still haven't seen my message. Well, yeah, I do help on Skype, but unfortunately with Skype, I get last week I had about 60 messages. And a lot of them are questions that are answered elsewhere or better answered elsewhere. I'm more than happy to help on Skype for things that I enjoy, but I get a lot of questions that, what's the word? They're better answered in a public forum, not personally to me. Lots of questions about inverters and things like that. And I got no interest in any personal advice, so to speak. I love this sort of interaction. I don't like the personal stuff because it's one-on-one, doesn't help the community. So I'm not going to spend a whole heap of time replying to stuff, personal private messages and stuff like that if it doesn't help the community. So I usually just ask if they can ask it in the public forums. After all, I provide a lot of that space out there. So if Patreon was less expensive, I would get it for sure. Again, people keep harping on about Patreon being expensive. I've blown up more than that in BMSs I've bought on eBay, and I've spent almost more money on these plastic holders than I spent on the Patreon unit. So I think, you know, it's not just a it's battery management. It's more than just what a cheap BMS will do. I call the other cheap BMSs just BS now because that's all they are. They really don't hold a candle to the Patreon system. So don't look at it as an expense. Look at it as an insurance policy that you'd probably spend a lot more money on, I reckon. So why not PC power supply? Possibly, yeah. Well, I've built that for myself. I'm getting lost. I'm too far behind. I'm getting lost in the conversation. Oh, that's related to benchtop power supply. Oh, yeah, benchtop power. Oh, I do my benchtop power supply. I have got a power supply supplying everything there, or a lot of stuff there anyway. So I'll still use that as well. But I want the knobs and stuff on it. Minefielder. What do you use your packs for? I use my packs to run my entire house. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Sorry for the repeated question. Thanks for answering that. No, it's all right. I repeat lots of stuff. Okay, Powerwall style. Yep, Powerwall style. Like that. No. Next. Next. No, that. Next. You kidding me? Go. I need a little clicker button. That. Powerwall style. All right, I knew it'd come eventually, and that's my power room. That generates the power, and there's more batteries in there. And that's a Longmon with sexy photo lighting. And that's a diagram of how to hook up the Longmons. Anyway, we digress. Stop looking at pictures. And they're awesome hoodies. 18650. And that's a t-shirt I was going to do. And that's a t-shirt I did do. Mine should be here on Monday. I bought a heap more t-shirts. I think electric car would be a minefield legally though. Yeah, it'd be pretty hard. Sorry for make an electric scooter. No, electric motorbike I want to do. Little pit bike. It's that's a long-term project. You can get a 50-volt system to work on a car, but the current draw will be enormous. Yes, I agree. I think Jehu's pulls 600, so it would be 1,200 watt amps. That would be massive and inefficient. The flip side is I could always look for like a 120 or something volt Powerwall inverter. Now that would work. And the problem is it's got to be under 120 watts VDC so I can actually work on it legally. Otherwise I can't. But that'd be almost the perfect way around it. I need to find a sponsor that will give me a large inverter. Now that'd be cool as all get out. Won't ever happen, but it'd still be cool. Electric bike with a lot of courtesy right around the park, and nobody would get up soils from the piston bike. Red Dwarf is awesome. I wish everyone on here would have electric bikes. Even electric bike here, you got to wear a helmet and this and that. You can't have over 500 watts, and yeah, it doesn't really work too well. A push bike, that is. I'm a big motorbike fan. I love motorbikes, but I can't trust myself on the road. Whereas this Red Dwarf, I'm going to have to go and watch Red Dwarf. Obviously, everyone else does, and I do not. Mr. Hydrohead, I have developed a 12-volt PWM system that I want to try on lithium-ion batteries, hopefully. All cool, Green. That's awesome. Engineer 775. He's all right. I'm subbed to his channel as well. I'm subbed to like 400 channels. It's crazy. I should go through and cull some of the inactive one. The guy who does the VW bus. Would that be Gadget 8? That would be Jehu Garcia. Engineer 775 is watchable sometimes. Less wanking and more productive work would be nice. Look, off-grid Aussie Prepper, I am going to sit back and agree with that. Sometimes Rattles on probably a bit like me, so that's all right. Can't bag out the Rattlers on too much when I go on as much as I do. Yep, at least one is a waste of time. They should ask for a comment section so everyone can see the answer. Yep. Hello from the Netherlands. G'day from the Netherlands, from Australia. Whole reason I like YouTube. YouTube is awesome. I love YouTube. Got to go. We'll catch you on the next one. See you, Chris. Thanks for tuning in, buddy. Even though you're probably already gone. Hello, first time viewing the live feed here. I've been following your Powerwall project and must say it is an impressive job. Thank you very much for tuning in, Joseph. And thanks very much for watching. I do appreciate it. Don't buy the laptop power supply. I blew it up. I'll send you a link, man. Lab power supply. I blew it up. Did you abuse it, blowing it up, and did you catch it on camera? But send me the link, yeah. There's a 96-volt inverter on the market from 4 kilowatt to 10 kilowatt I've seen, but I think the biggest available 96 volt, that'd almost be enough. If it's 96 volt nominal, it usually goes like 10 over, so that'd be 110 volt. So that may actually work. Have you got a William? Oh, I don't know how you send me a link because you can't put a link on here. Maybe do the whole spacing thing without the .com. There is a 96. Currently, I have enough cells for 160 cells per string in a 24-volt system. Or should I do 40 or 80 cell packs? Waiting on wait. Pinkify, that is a very good question. It depends on if you're going to go BMS or not. And this is something that I do differently because I spent a lot of money on extra Longmons. But if you're going to go BMS, you could go 160 or even 200 cell packs. The Batrium unit will do that without a problem. It'll take longer to balance, obviously, and all the, you know, but it will work. And you still get the same protection and stuff like that. So if I was going to do mine again, I'd go bigger packs, probably maybe 160 or even 200 cell packs. And it also depends on weight and where you're going to put them and how much room you've got and all that sort of stuff. 96-volt inverter. I'm stuck on that idea at the moment. If a pack goes down, 80 cell packs will be lose 50% usable capacity until it's fixed. That is true. Absolutely true. But if you've only got one block and you're doing if you're doing a 48 volt, you could actually take out one bank of batteries and just use 13S, and you could still run your Powerwall. You could still use your BMS and all that sort of stuff. So you could actually take one out of servers and fix it. But that is definitely a drawback of a bigger bank, and that is maintenance. And I have thought about that in the past, but I maybe should have added that to the whole comment thing. Well done for complete your massive task. I need to start now. I'm finding it hard to source. Stefan, thank you very much. And I don't think I've completed it yet. I still have 1,000 cells over there and a couple thousand on the floor. The 50 kilowatt hour pack, Bose pack, is still sitting on the shelf. Although I still need 3 more packs, process packs, to get that 50 done, but it's almost done. I keep making other videos, so actually processing cells down is taking a lot longer. In fact, I haven't done a cell in 2-3 weeks. Just because I've been trying to build this other video that I'm doing. I'm working on one video at the moment, and it bloody better turn out good. I really hope it turns out good. I put a lot of effort into it. The thing that's going to let me down is if I get bored with it and stop recording. There is 17 gig of raw footage so far in the next video, and it's only 4.5 minutes long so far. So if you see the next video and it gets to 4.5 minutes, you know I'll put 17 gig worth of data into it, or footage. I'll send you the link when there's a video later. Oh, that'd work. Thank you very much, William. Thank you, Pete, for answering me. See, I don't consider you a wanker because you're always productive and informative and comical. Comical? I'm not funny. I'm good looking. It's heaps easier to do. Nah. May I will help you be more comical. You can if you like, buddy. I made electrical boat motor on the back burner coming up. That's pretty cool. Green Energy. Where is your channel? And can I look at your channel? Go to channel. There we go. Green Energy. Oh, I'm already subscribed to your channel, so that doesn't really help. I will reacquaint myself with your videos later. Whilst I've almost caught, I have a question. Maybe you've not been answered. The question is, how do you charge multiple 1860 cells if you don't have a balance charger? Well, I do that. That is simply positive on one side, negative on the other, with the IMAX going in. And that's just charging them all up. Well, that's for one string anyway. If you don't have multiple string, you just have to do one at a time, unfortunately, I think. Go to channel. I'm opening up people's channels at the moment to see if I'm already subscribed. Okay, Aussie Off-Grid Prober, I am already subscribed to your channel. Mr. Hydrohead. Everyone's got to go over Mr. Hydrohead. He's got 16,000 subscribers. Holy shitballs. You got to watch his from the beginning. Just go straight to the beginning and binge watch his whole channel. It's awesome. The amount of work that went into that was insane. Maybe not many, not me. Hi from Nissan Tida. Cortland. Nissan Tida electric vehicle, I'm guessing. Nissan Tida, or is that a country? Or awesome, thank you. Have a good night. Really? Question mark. You're sub to me. Yes. I may not have, it wasn't the little bell though, so I might not have seen many of your videos recently, or I might have subscribed a long time ago. The thing is, if I don't manually go to videos, they don't come up in my they don't come up in the list. The 96-volt inverter looks like the PIP inverters you are using at the moment. It may be the same company that's making these. Oh, okay. YouTube never told me you're sub to me. No, because I have my subscribers hidden. In the early days, I spammed the absolute bejeebers out of everybody, and I do apologize to everybody out there. Trying to get subscribers. So what I'd do is I'd watch every single video relating to off-grid and solar and batteries and sustainable living, or anything that was remotely to do with this sort of stuff, and I subscribed to every single channel I found, and I subscribed to hundreds every single day, in the hope that they would subscribe back to me. And then I got embarrassed with doing that, and I actually hid all my subscriptions, and I've never actually changed it back again. Maybe I. Oh, sub to me. One Up the Sleeve Customs does some good shit too. Go and subscribe to him. What is your day job? I fix computers for a living. Lots of computers. Well, not lately. It's been pretty shit house lately, but I used to fix lots of computers. Xboxes, PlayStations, computers, phones, tellies if I can get the parts. I don't do board level repairs anymore. I've long since stopped doing board level repairs. Eyesight's going, hearing's going. YouTube send me an email when people sub you. Oh, there you go. I just ticked and unticked it. So see if you got a notification. That'll be interesting to know. Because I have never got an email saying people have subbed me. Oh, wait a minute, I never checked that email account. Geez, I must be boring 35 different people all at once. I better use guys than my wife, I guess. Right, 20 minutes to go and then I'm going. I should go and should I go and advertise this so more people show up? Oh, my batteries are going flat. That's not good. I think I need to replace cell 5 by the look of that. Rightio. Who votes that I need to change cell 5? I should do that tomorrow, actually. I know cell 5 has been having issues for a while. It's just been too lazy to actually go and fix it. There we go. What do you think of cryptocurrency? Been there, done that, not doing it again. Go back and have a look at my videos on Bitcoin. That was a failed experiment. Even with the price of Bitcoin now, I would not have still done it. Thinking about trying to build a torch like them old Dolphin massive ones with 18650s and a decent light. I'm trying to work out BMS's voltage regular step down and how to connect them. And that's pretty cool. I'll go old school with a torch. That'd be pretty light too. I reckon it'd be actually lighter. I also do PC repair in Cairns and have friends and family in Brisbane. I love Cairns. Cairns or Tasmania are two places that I would kill to live in. Cairns nightlife is awesome. I love clubbing in Cairns. Way better than Brisbane. I guess I've only been there a few times. It might be different if you do it every single night. And just think you sub to everyone. At least your wife is thinking you're a... Just kidding. My wife stays well away from YouTube. I told her to do her own channel with the gym stuff and try and get some extra income that way, but I think she'd be bloody good at that. My battery inverter has been charging batteries off the grid for the last 6 hours at 45 amps. That will create a problem with your power bill. I almost never charge my batteries from the grid. Ew, Bitcoin. Give me cell 5. I think cell 5 just needs some a few cells changed in it, because it's cell 5 is one of the latest packs I built. So cell 5 is at 3.58 and cell 48. Cell 48 is not low at the moment. Was it 40? No, 43, sorry. Cell 43, which is that one there, dives fairly hard under a heavy load. So cell 43, I think, is really bad. I think it's got good cells in it, but not enough cells, if that makes any sense. But I reckon that cell 5 must have some bad fuses or something in it. So I might go and do that tomorrow. Rather than finish this video, I might do that. Bitcoin, the bigger the stream, the better. No power at all today due to thick cloud and cover rain. Yeah, that'll do it. It's been raining all day here too. That's why my batteries are so hammered. 447 amp hours out of the batteries today. So that's, what's that, 25 kilowatt hours or something? Yeah, something like that. And the batteries weren't fully charged to start with. So that cell 5 is actually worrying me. I wonder if that's going to be all right by the morning. Joseph, okay, I've got to go since it's 4:40 a.m. Oh, geez, man, I'll see you later. Big Jim Torch. Yeah, go to Tassie. I want to live in Tasmania. I know it's really cold, but Cairns is too humid. Actually, well, I grew up in Weipa, so Cairns humidity is fine. A lot of clubs have closed recently. Oh, that's a pity. What's the one I used to? Troppo's nightclub. That was a long time ago. That was many years ago. Troppo's I used to like in Cairns. Glub. G'day, mate. How are you? No, I don't drink that much. I drink a little bit when I'm out with friends, but I'm a lolly water pope. And me and alcohol don't go well together. And reliable Chinese battery supplier who ships to Australia. Sorry, Paul, I did see that question. I haven't answered it yet. I haven't ever bought any new cells. 2 cloudy days, and I need to use the grid as a backup. I won't run a Jenny where I live unless we hit a cyclone. Yeah. It's still not raining in Tassie. I think this is sort of 24 hours. I think I'm about 24 hours without really charging these batteries. I mean, it had sporadic bits of charging today, but it wouldn't have been more than a kilowatt hour went into the batteries. So they'll be dead flat by the morning, and I think I've got another week I think I've got another week or so of rainy weather. So the batteries aren't going to be very happy, put it that way. So the more I look at that cell 5, the more I am worried. What's the nearest cell to that? Is it telemetry? This computer is so slow. I definitely need a good NUC. If anybody's got a NUC laying around, send it over to me. I'd be very appreciative. At the moment, I just use the cheapest possible ones I can find. Okay, so there's 0.04. I don't know if you can see that. There's 0.04 of a volt spread in between pack 5 and pack 29. Actually, pack 29, pack 1, pack 31, 16, 15. There's a heap. There's a whole bunch. There's 10 or 15 cells that come next. But pack 5 is definitely doing some weird shit. I think that might be tomorrow's problem. I wonder if I've got another pack I can replace it with. I should have another good pack over there. I have to build it up. Cell 54, why is it not having a dot in the top like the other? Okay, so cell 54 and cell 13 both have issues with the temperature sensor. They're saying actually it's -3 degrees. So the temperature sensor up the top, no, at the bottom, is faulty in the Longmons. But I actually think I caused that myself because I swapped those two over and I think it was bad wiring or something. I have got some more Longmons on order, but considering I probably broke those, I'm just waiting. It doesn't hurt it. They still work perfectly fine. As a side note, I've only had 2 that have gone bad, so that's not blooming bad considering. Where are we up to? Cell 54, a dot on the top like others. As a side note, you can actually hover over those dots, and it's going to be really hard to see on here. You can actually hover over the dot, and it'll tell you the bypass is 16 degrees. So that actual cell is 16 degrees. And it's, come on, hover over it. And it's cell 13, so it actually tells you. And if I go back down the bottom and it goes, you hover over the blue bit, and it says minimum cell voltage 3.96 and ID 14. Why is that 14? Oh, because I had the wrong one. And then if you go down further again to the little triangle, it'll actually have the temperature. This little triangle is the temperature at the top of the Longmon, and this little square is the temperature at the bottom of the Longmon. So there's 56 temperature sensors on the bottom of the Longmon and another 56 at the top. And if you have a look at these triangles here, are all higher because that's where the air is blowing out of the PIP inverter. And it's on the top right-hand corner here with the 29 degrees. That is the temperature of the shunt. And that's right beside the air output, or one of the air outputs for the inverter. So I can sort of see how hot the inverter is by how hot these cells are. And that is not ideal, and I'm going to change that with some fans. I just haven't worried about it as yet because 29 degrees in the workshop and in that power shed. And it's only 22 degrees, so it's not getting hot at all. 22 degrees there, and the others are 16, so they're 6 volts difference. So that's not going to hurt it too much, I don't reckon. Netera battery out of the box. Melbourne AGM carbon batteries are very expensive, but you can get them down to 50% as they're durable. Oh, that's pretty good. What about the cell 14 bypass temperature sensor? Is it broken? Yes. Oh, there's something wrong with it, that's for sure. Hi from Germany. Robert, good day, mate. Do you follow any battery on like the graphene or solid state? No, I do not. The new stuff, much like computers. Now this is a really, really weird thing, I guess. Continue. Something has just happened there. Unresponsive script. Stop script. There we go. Okay, where has the camera gone? The camera has disappeared. Oh no, that's not good. My camera has just crashed. Okay. I'm going to unplug the microphone and then plug it back in. In 3 seconds, if you don't see anything, it means something's crashed. And don't go away, I'll be back. Rightio.